Hi, parents. Hope you guys are having a great day. I hope that you also had a nice weekend and you could get some time to relax and recharge and connect with your family. So, I just wanted to talk about a question that a parent recently posed in the Reimagining the Talk Facebook group. So, this parent has teenagers and they were looking for advice on how do you get the conversation going about, sexual health with your teenager when they think that you know everything. So if you have teens or you work with teens, you know that this is a very real problem and that it's very easy for teens to think that they know it all. So I'm just going to share a few suggestions, and hopefully some of these suggestions can help you, open up conversation with your kids or your students. So the first suggestion to starting the conversation just about sexual health or about sex ed in general is to if it's clearly an uncomfortable topic for your kids to look at the non like biological or non-sex elements of sexual health education. So for example, looking at things like, confidence and your identity and in your body, your emotions, feelings, looking at, what do healthy relationships look like, what do dating relationships look like, all these different things, talking about autonomy and consent, not just in terms of sexual consent, but in terms of just overall consent in relationships and making sure that we're moving through a relationship with by respecting for and listening to and honoring the people that we interact with. Um, Understanding your body, building knowledge in how your body works. Those are like some non-biological things that you could start to have conversations that will then might open up the space to then talk about some of the more technical things of sexual health education. Um, so the second idea is to use the media and their friends or like things their friends are doing to open up conversation. Now, if you are using things that their friends are doing, you want to be careful to not, disrespect their friends or to put their friends down, but to just use some open-ended questions like, hey, I heard this couple is dating or whatever. What do you think about that? Or, point out something that you see on a TV show or that based on a TV show, ask them, hey, do you think that, mimics real life? Or do you think that that's, how would that situation play out at your school? Things like that. So using those different situations to help kids think about some of these sexual health topics and elements that isn't necessarily all on them, but it's giving you insight into what they're thinking and what their knowledge is, and then helping them kind of put some of these issues at the forefront. Also, three, you can show them that they don't know it all. So just before winter break, I was teaching sex ed at my husband's school with grade 12s, and at the start of the one of our lessons, they submitted some questions, and one of the statements was, "Why do we have to learn about this? We already know everything about sex ed. We're, seniors. We're It's like 18-year-olds," and which I found quite hilarious because at the that was at the start of class, and that this particular class was all about sexual and reproductive anatomy. And so one of the activities was, hey, draw and label the anatomy. And of the 20 kids in the class, maybe one group drew the external portion of the female anatomy. And then when we were going through and looking at the illustrations and looking at each function, not a single person in the class could name the full structure of the female sexual and reproductive systems. So I just used that right there as an example of, hey, you definitely do not know everything because none of you could even talk about this. And also, really, I find that that idea of kids who say that they know everything is probably more often kind of like a defense mechanism because they feel uncomfortable talking about it. So you could show them that they don't, we don't want to like embarrass them, but we could just point out like, hey, did you know this? And most likely they don't. And then also set the precedent like, hey, I don't know everything. Like, there's no way that I know everything. I'm still learning stuff about sexual health and about sexuality as an adult. So there's no way that you know it yet. So let's just keep an open mind about this together. Um, and and then also, oh, I can't read my handwriting. I wrote these notes now. I can't even read my handwriting. Um, And oh, just another idea is to give them space and opportunity to actually explore on their own. So you want to be careful with this, and you want to make sure you're also having conversations about pornography and internet safety and those different things, but giving them space, safe access, like to books that you purchase for them and safe websites that you have looked at and you have vetted and you know that they align to your family values, so that your kids actually have a safe space to watch, or not to watch, to nurture, to express their natural curiosity so that they can learn, so that rather, maybe they are feeling a little embarrassed that they don't know something, but they don't really have the language to say that to you, but you want to give them space so that they can find answers from safe places, even if you are not necessarily that safe space that they're choosing to come to right then. And then the last thing is just keep talking about it, keep in a neutral um, way, with open and honest intent. And because the thing is, even if maybe your kid's not talking to you now, the thing is, the more that they know that you're open and comfortable to having conversations, they're hopefully, when the time comes that they really do need to talk to you about something, you've been establishing that you are a trustworthy person, and that you're a knowledgeable person, and that you're a person who's willing to go and find the answers together, so that they will then know that they can come to you. So hopefully some of those suggestions work for you and for you with your teenagers. And if you have any questions that you're wondering, please feel free to connect in the Reimagining the Talk Facebook group, which I'll share a link to in the description of this live. And I hope that you have a fantastic day, and I wish you luck as you are on this mission to raise a sexually healthy child.